You hear your name suddenly being called to speak in public without any warning or preparation. Your blood freezes to ice. Find out what you can do in today's episode. Welcome back to Year 6 of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which we release every Monday. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, master trainer, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Zaegyo is the translation of Japan Sales Mastery. My latest book is Stop Wasting Money on Training, and the Japanese translation is Training de okane o muru ni suru wa yamimashou. We are bringing the show to you from our High Performance Center in Akasaka in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? We are here to win in business in Japan. Let's all be at the forefront, at the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. This is episode number 286, Impromptu Terror. So let's get going. If you are called upon at an internal meeting with the big bosses or during an external public event to suddenly speak on a topic, do you say, whoopee, here's my lucky day, it's time for me to shine? Or do you find you are suffering from instant whiteout of the brain? Not being prepared for a presentation at any time is bad. What about when all those beady eyes are focused on you and you are panicking? You don't know what to say. And you're thinking, uh-oh, here comes humiliation. You make a mess of it. And your personal and professional brands both just got sunk midships. Knowing your subject is one thing. Being able to get up on your feet and speak about it with no warning is a completely different thing. Oh, this would never happen to me, you say. Big bosses can be very nasty people sometimes, and they can be rude and seek your opinion on the project or the idea without any warning. Is not a brilliant career-building response. It could be at a public event. It might be a panel discussion, and you are attending as a member of the audience, safely ensconced in your seat, down at the back, away from harm's way. The moderator, trying to appear super cool, decides to call upon you for a comment, knowing you're an expert in your field. Some helpful functionary thrusts the hand microphone into your sweaty palm. You reluctantly stand up and offer not a brilliant personal brand building response. Obviously, the degree of difficulty of this type of talk is a lot harder than when the day has been set in advance, the notices have all gone out, you are fully prepared and ready to go for your formal presentation. What can we do when impromptu speaker Armageddon beckons? If you are an expert in an area under discussion, you can always mentally assume that you will be called upon to speak. You're never caught flat-footed in this case. While listening to the discussions, you have ruminated a little on what you could say were you forced to do so. The unwarranted jab with the hand microphone feels a lot less threatening when you've posed yourself beforehand. One good practice is to always have a question ready for the speaker. Even if you don't actually ask it, think of a very good question you could ask. If you're called upon to make a comment, you can then talk about a question you had and then answer it yourself. Thank you for asking me to say a few words. A question I've been asking myself is blah, blah, blah. Now, as far as I understand it, it seems that blah, blah, blah. This shows that you are tuned into the topic and that you have your own views on the subject. The answer doesn't need to become your own full-blown speech displacing the actual speaker, but it will allow you to make some well-thought-through comments. The audience will be impressed that you actually have expertise in this area, and your personal brand gets elevated. Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to become a fully competent and confident presenter, then do the High Impact Presentations course. We are all being judged when we speak, be it in the internal team meeting or in a public environment, be it the big bosses, clients, or an industry audience. Everyone is evaluating us. Don't blow it. Get the best training on the planet. Do the High Impact Presentations course now in either Japanese or English. Speaking in public means our personal and professional brands are on show. Let's make it a total success. Japan Presentations Mastery is the Bible for presenting in Japan. This is the most comprehensive collection of experience and insight on presenting that you will ever need. Don't work it out by trial and error. Buy Japan Presentations Mastery and learn how to be confident, clear, and persuasive. Buy Japan Presentations Mastery now. Welcome back. Another formula is using who, why, what. The who refers to the people in the audience. If it is a business audience, we can say something like, I was chatting with a few people before the talk, and a common concern which surfaced was about XYZ. This is an important consideration, and my own views on the subject are that, blah, blah, blah. Or we can say, I guess one of the reasons we're all here today is to find out more about some of the key issues. One that interests me is about blah, blah, blah. The why are our comments on the importance of the topic. We can put the topic in context with the current situation in the industry or the economy more broadly. Fintech is occupying the minds of a lot of people in the banking industry. This is the age of disruption, as we have seen in many big industries already. And this fintech area has all the potential to be a big disruptor to the way we do business. My own feeling is blah, blah, blah. The what could be picking up something the speaker has said already and making a comment on that. A speaker mentioned that fintech is only relevant in certain economies at the moment, and I agree with that. What we have seen, though, with technologies like the mobile phone, is certain nations have skipped the infrastructure investment in landline stage and gone straight to mobile networks. Fintech could be a disruptor that puts access to credit into the hands of third world citizens much faster than we currently think is possible. The secret is to be ready to go if called upon. It happens. I was comfortably seated next to my wife at a pleasant Ikebana International event in Osaka. At that time, I was representing my country as the Consul General for Australia. Suddenly, without a by your leave, the speaker called me up to the stage to say a few words. Naturally, those few words would have to be in Japanese. The distance from my chair to the podium was about 10 paces, 10 steps. I wasn't prepared to say anything. It wasn't an occasion I could ask the speaker a question, given the context, and I had the distinct feeling my heart rate was racing at about 190 beats per minute. I looked to my environment around me for salvation. What could I draw from that to say a few words? It had been raining earlier that day, so I connected that idea to the cut flowers coming into Osaka from Australia. I mentioned about these cut flowers arriving into the Osaka flower market earlier that morning with the soil and water still in their stems from Australia. I told them how each flower was like an ambassador to Japan from the land down under, bringing a little piece of Australian beauty to Osaka. I thanked everyone for supporting Australian flowers and got off that stage lickety-split. That was a lucky escape. I realised I dodged a bullet there, and I had better be prepared in the future to be called upon to speak. So ever since then, I'm always thinking of a question I could ask the speaker. I know I can either use it as a legitimate question or as a crutch if I'm called upon to say a few words. I also have the who, why, what formula at hand, ready to roll out if I need to. What about when it's your turn? Will you be ready to roll? I hope you enjoyed today's show, and so please subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Hit the little bell icon to receive update notifications. Our website details are on screen now, www.dale-carnegie.cojp. It's packed with value, so certainly check it out. We try to offer as much value as possible, so you might also enjoy our other shows. In fact, we are releasing content 6 days a week. For podcast, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday for the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday for the Business Pro Podcast Show, Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews. Now you get these wherever you get your podcasts. Also, every Monday we release the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Every second Thursday we release the Business Pro Television Show, and every Friday the Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, every Saturday we're releasing Japan's top business interviews. These are all on YouTube. We appreciate your support, and please let others know about it so they can benefit too. We want to make a contribution to helping people build their careers and businesses, and so please join with us in that endeavor. In episode number 287, we're talking about be the expert. So yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you. We've got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.